Oh, welcome. This is Becker Rosette, and it's episode 51 of Let's Play Minecraft. I don't have a proper name for it. I've been just calling it Alpha because we're in Alpha. We've been in Alpha, and yesterday we worked on the tunnel. We finished the tunnel. Here it is. Well, we're sort of finished. We've still got something to do with some things around here, but this is the tunnel finished for the most part. And then I thought, well, while I'm here, why don't I build the ladder going up into the base? And I said, okay, I'll build the ladder going up into the base. And so I went down here and I found some stuff here and there. And I went all the way down to bedrock. You can see the bedrock right there. Can't put the cursor on it because then you won't see it. But when I got down here, lava. And so I figured this isn't a very good place to get lava. I mean, it's a good place to get lava, but it's not a good place to be down here, where you dig through and you're going to get attacked by whatever, and you're going to get hit by lava. And so, like, nope, don't want to be up down here like that. So what I've done is I've decided, and I think I got some stuff over here, but let's not get into that. So I was like, let's go back up, and we'll go here. And this new level should be above all the lava and should still be at a level where we could get some diamonds and stuff. Theoretically. Oh. Okay, now the problem here is we need to have 8, and we've only got 3, so let's go over here and do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be enough. Alright, so what's going on here is I did a calculation. Now the light level of these things is 14. Or is it 15 and I just got it wrong? But anyway, the point is 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. And I believe creatures spawn on 7. I'm not going to remember this. It's very easy to forget this sort of thing. So that's why 14, 12, 10, 8, and then this is the center. And so we can have everything 7 apart without any major problems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sort of thing. At least that's how I see it. So what we'll do is we'll go 7 in that direction, 7 in that direction, come back out there, and then we just empty this area. And then this area will be the area where we have the diamonds. Yes, diamonds. We could use some diamonds. But there weren't any yet. We do have some diamonds, though. Don't get me wrong. And then there's this area which I dug out. Well, I stumbled into it. I think we could get more on this side. No, there's nothing here. Alright, well, you know. Be entirely honest, what the hell? To be entirely honest, I don't know what's going on with this. These levels don't seem to have very much going on, but that's not important. What is important is that we've cleared this area out. We've cleared out the entire room down here. And so now what we can do is we can make more passages, more tunnels like this. If we should want to make tunnels that are safe and creatures aren't going to spawn in here, we could just make a tunnel there that goes to the other base. We can make tunnels here, maybe even make one here, although I don't know. Now these are here because I ran out of room. I needed to keep it. I didn't want to keep walking all the way down there to drop stuff off. So I've got the main stuff that I normally carry around with me. And then we ran out of room for this, so I started putting it in there. And yes, by the way, there isn't enough room for the dirt down there, so we're going to do something else. We'll get to that. And we got these, and we might as well just. Well, we need another something in my mouth. I was late getting back home from work, and I finished eating right before I started recording. Usually I give it an extra hour, get the stuff out of my teeth and stuff. Okay, so now up here, this is the cool part. We've finished the tower, obviously, but we've also finished the interior levels. So, yeah, I know, it's almost nighttime already. You know, we've still got the trees. until we have an underground tree farm, if we ever do. We still got that. We still got these. We still got that. This is, it's finished. And I thought, well, how are we going to set up the stairs? I thought we could have stairs up here, but then it goes diagonally. And then I thought we'll have stairs do something else. Stairs going centrally around here. And I just thought, no, let's just make this, and then you go up to the different floors and stuff. Every one of these floors looks the same. We haven't put up any walls. At the top floor, this goes up to the roof, by the way, so that we can look up from the top of the building. But the roof, yeah, there's several problems. The first problem is you get up to the top here. Boy, it takes a long time, doesn't it? It's not my fault. Don't blame me. Okay, so you get to this level, and what we want to do is we want to have windows and stuff. Because look, we've still got the clouds coming through here. Either that, or it's something that we need the Ghostbusters to take care of. Well, if the clouds can come in and out like that, that means we've got a very drafty upper floor. But anyway, we could go up to the... Oh, this is the top floor. The other one is the other floor. So this is where we'll be putting this. And then at the top, of course. But most of what you can see are clouds and a few other things here and there. This isn't very good. This isn't a very good roof. It's kind of flat. And I was thinking maybe we could put some stuff around the edges or something. But if we put a double slab here, for example, we can't light it up on top because there's nowhere to put the light. And of course we've got this here so we've got the glass so that when we come down here, it's supposed to not light up when it's nighttime. There's just one problem. Of course, we wanted to light up the room, and these were not doing it, so we had to put some torches on the side. And so I don't know what that all means. And so there we go. And I've just got 5 iron ore that I have to deal with. Now, finishing these floors was a very tough thing to do, and I just don't want to talk about it, but there was some difficult things to do to make it happen. Now, what do we got here? Ah, here we go. My mouse messed up today. All right, we got 8 more. I've had to replace my armor. Why have I had to replace my armor? I'm probably going to have to replace the sword now. I don't have a very good mouse pad is the main reason. Oh, that's right. It doesn't work like that. There's a lot of junk going on here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to dig out this huge area, and we're going to make that the storage area for everything. Supplanting, as it were, the stuff we have here. Because these were nice, but they're in the way. They don't make the corridor... it makes the corridor useful, but I don't want it to be specifically useful, so we've moved it over here. Now, I miscalculated. I thought we could go through here and it would be okay, but it turned out it runs into the sand directly above, and so we can only make it go out to here. As you can see, there's sand on the side like that. So although we can 1, 2, we can't have a third one at the top because it's all dirt. So, well, we could have one on the bottom though, but we haven't worked all that out because we haven't, like I said, we haven't worked it all out. So this is all to be done, and that's what this is about right now. Is we're going to, and I screwed up when pulling these out because creatures have been spawning here. So I'm gonna do this. Yeah, keep them creatures from spawning. It was a foolish, stupid mistake. Oh, nice. I'm not digging that out yet, though. So, time to do some action on the camera, I guess. Well, people will ask, do you like this? Do you like that? I've been asked a few questions by a few people. I forgot about you guys. I can't answer everybody's questions. There are a number of questions that I don't want to answer because of personal reasons. There's more to it than that, obviously. Questions are a huge problem sometimes, and it's a burden to have to answer questions sometimes. But there are some that are okay. Like, for example, what's your favorite movie? You know, that changes. My favorite movie changes from time to time. And who am I to say what it should be, what it should not be? I took so long getting the part here that I have dug out. You know, figuring out where it was supposed to go, how much we were supposed to have, and everything, that I don't know if I'm going to... It's taken a lot longer to do all that. So I don't know if I can finish all the digging in this episode. Now, if I still have stuff to talk about and it's going to continue into a separate episode, that's not my problem. But it is almost the 11-minute mark already in this thing. So, yeah. So I said, well, do you like comic books? And I'm like, yeah, but they usually ask me along the lines of, do you like manga? Or manga, as they sometimes pronounce it. And I'm like, generally, no. Generally, no, I don't like manga. Or manga. But that doesn't mean that it's necessarily a bad medium and it should not exist. It's just the same as comic books, except, oh, it's in black and white. And, oh, you read it from right to left. And, oh, about 5 other problems. It's just a matter of taste, really. And not to put too fine a point on it, but it's more Japanese culture than American culture, and as such, we're not as... It's interesting. It's not as palatable, but it is likable. You know, it's revenge for all the times that we had to try to impose our own cultures upon them, especially in the late 1940s, early 1950s. Hey, come on and play baseball again. You guys used to play baseball before World War II. You stopped. And they're like, yes, we like baseball now. It is a symbol of the liberation that we have been given from the warlords that ran roughshod over us, meaning their own commanders and stuff, and not referring to the American occupational forces. In any case, yeah, I don't mind that stuff, but there's an awful lot of emphasis on kids and kids going to school and girls who are teenagers and teenagers who are, well, let's just say they are a little less appropriate than you might find in an American comic book. American comic books try to tell realistic stories about adults most of the time, and sometimes teenagers, but it's usually adults. And of course there was Power Pack, let's not get into that. Never liked Power Pack, to be honest. The precocity inherent in the concept is the problem with the comic book. But of course there's lots of different kinds of Japanese comics, as they say, manga. And these are great, and these are sometimes not great, you know. That's just how it is. Oh yeah, there's a lot to go on here. So you say, well, what do you like? You know, some people like Full Metal Alchemist or something, and I'm like, what? What is Full Metal Alchemist? Well, I could probably tell you. My mouse is all jerky today. I might have to get a new mouse. I don't like that. I prefer to use the same mouse all the time. So I have nothing against Japanese manga or anime, but it's like it's only a bit of speciality. In an earlier episode, I was looking at it the other day, and I was like, oh, I messed up, because I said in that episode that my first My first anime I ever saw was Speed Racer. This is not correct. No, the first anime I ever saw was Prince Planet, which in Japan was called Planet Boy Popey or something like that. Hey, it was I was too young to properly appreciate it, but it was interesting. And it was in black and white. Cartoons in black and white have always been suspicious to me. It's like, you could have made it in color. Well, time to go. See you next episode. We'll probably do more stupid talking about things.